Hello and welcome back to another video. So some of you may know that I recently purchased a Burberry pre-loved piece through Farfetch, and honestly since receiving that and seeing the condition that it's in, I kind of went down the rabbit hole of pre-loved. Specifically, I've worked out like which particular mannequin means that a bag or any pre-loved item is coming from the same boutique that the Burberry piece came from. I was having a late night browse and ended up on Hermes pre-loved, and I did pick something up. Now, it's obviously nothing crazy like a Birkin or a Kelly, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail. And may I say, if I didn't mention it was Hermes, you probably would never know. This bag is listed as 20th century, so I'm going to put it as late as it will run, which is 1999, which means at a bare minimum, this bag is older than me. As usual, we have the Farfetch box with all the shipping information attached to the front. I feel like similar to the Burberry one, I'm just going to end up with a random like dust bag because I didn't get an official like Burberry dust bag with that piece. I feel like resale and this idea of like keeping bags and boxes, maybe not everyone was doing like 25 years ago. As usual, packaged with plenty of tissue paper. So just as I predicted, it comes in a bag, I guess. I don't know if I would actually consider this a dust bag because it is incredibly thin, but here is the tote. Here we have the Hermes Fourre Tote in the MM. Don't come for me if I butchered the pronunciation of that. It is made from canvas and has two flat handles. Now it is a button closure bag, so there is no zipper, which definitely does mean security wise it is on the lower end. On both the front and the back, you have essentially three individual slip pockets, keyword slip. Again, not a lot of security being offered. They are also like in third segments, so you can't actually fit a lot in here. Like I'd pretty much say you get like the width of a phone, maybe a little bit bigger. Now inside the bag here, you do have a zip compartment, but it is just on the back of the bag. So again, it's not a really big area of security, but there is that option for that little bit of added security. Now, similar to the Burberry bag, this was listed as in good condition, which means minimal signs of use. And I do want to say, I do agree. I also do love the darker color. I think I would be a little bit less cautious about getting this dirty compared to say like my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, which is like a very white. Moving on to the size of the bag. So size wise, it is 9 centimeters deep, 42 wide and 29 high, and the handle is 10 centimeters. So based on the height of this handle or lack of height, this is definitely more of like a hand carry bag. You might be able to get it into like the crook of your elbow just here, but it's definitely not a shoulder bag. It doesn't come with like a crossbody strap or anything at all. And even I don't think it would be like comfortable, yeah, because you get like almost no room here. Keeping in mind, I have a really small frame, so it doesn't even sit comfortably here on me. Like you might get away with using it as a shoulder bag if you're like about 6 years old. Similar to the Burberry piece, I think price wise this was amazing, and I think this is actually cheaper than the Burberry, keeping in mind that the Burberry was made out of wool and leather. This is purely canvas, and the Burberry one granted does have a few more, you know, small pockets and nooks and crannies, but this bag was 547 Australian dollars. Now this particular silhouette or this particular bag, as far as I'm aware, is no longer made by Hermes, and based on what I can see off their website, keeping in mind that they don't keep all of their items listed on their website, the cheapest that you would be looking to spend on a tote now would be around the 5,000 Australian dollars, granted that it I think is made from leather. What are my intentions with this bag? I feel like I'm leaning more towards a travel kind of carry-on bag. I actually have a very unexpected trip coming up. I found out about like a week ago that I will be in Taiwan and Hong Kong. So I think that will be the perfect opportunity for me to try this out. But I definitely think having a travel bag that isn't incredibly light is probably going to be an advantage, because my Neverfull, while I do use it and it's definitely been used and abused, traveling with it just to me is a little bit like, I'm still cautious about spilling things on it. And not that this bag has feet, but the Neverfull doesn't have feet either, so there's nowhere to really kind of give it that like tiny bit of leverage off of the floor. I think I'm going to care a little less about getting it dirty or staining it when it's such a dark color, because it's pretty much black with like some gray accents running along the thirds. So I guess you could say this is my first Hermes bag. I will link down in the description some of the other ones that are still available through Farfetch, because there's quite a few of this bag in different colors and different sizes that are available if you are interested in having a look. If you've got any questions, comments or queries, feel free to leave them down below. If not, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Bye!